us at Global Times News. Breaking news from Aurora, Colorado. A police officer took the life of a 23-year-old young man, Elijah McClain. Reports say that the police officer stopped Elijah while he was walking home, and it was thought that the young man was armed and dangerous. Elijah was restrained and held in a chokehold for 15 minutes before the paramedics arrived at the scene. Elijah's story and the story of hundreds of other African American victims continue to fuel the Black Lives Matter movement to demand change in police systems across the world. Today, we welcome Camber Schmidt, a researcher and activist of racial inequality, to further inform us about just how deep racism runs in our society.
Hi, thank you for having me.
We are thrilled to have your input on such an important topic. Do current events such as the one that took place last night surprise you?
No, it's devastating, but it does not surprise me. Statistically, police use of force accounts for only 0.05% of all male deaths in the United States, but comparing this statistic to the African American community in specific, police use of force is responsible for 1.6% of all deaths involving Black men, according to PNAS.org.
And in discussing this prevalent corruption in the police system, how does this same problem affect racial inequality in prisons?
Well, we see the same increase in the population of African American communities in prisons. In 12 states, more than half of the prison's population is Black, including Alabama, Delaware, and Georgia, according to sentencingproject.org.
And how do these prison populations compare to the Black populations in the states in general?
The Black population in the states as a whole are disproportionately lower, actually. For example, in Delaware, it's only 18.99% of people who are Black, according to the census.
Is this information also a testimony to how the Black community is represented in the justice system?
Yes, most definitely. People of color, more specifically those in the African American community, continue to be associated with violent crimes despite other races who may have a more prevalent involvement in these crimes.
I think we can all agree that this information is alarming and somewhat disgusting. In the face of so much injustice in communities across the world, what can we do to create change?
Being a helping hand to those who are personally affected by systemic racism is a good step in the right direction. Increasing your cognizance of your role in this equality-driven movement can help bring awareness about the matter effectively. Overall, it's just about offering your help and making yourself available to be a part in changing the system for the better.
Thank you, Camber, for coming in today to educate the public further about this social justice issue.
Absolutely, it's been my pleasure.
If you have any further questions, you can go to CNBC on how to be a better ally. Your role in society is crucial to initiating change, whether that be through participating in petitions, peaceful protests, or even just active listening. Support is important in these difficult times.